Amigos de iRock, quiero darles la bienvenida. Estamos en una nueva videoentrevista con tremendos artistas a propósito del espectacular show This is Michael, que estará en Chile este 7 de diciembre en Arena Monticello. Una guitarrista icónica que participó en giras mundiales y actuaciones inolvidables junto al mayor artista de su época, Michael Jackson. Además, tocó y grabó junto a uno de sus ídolos, el legendario Jeff Beck, la gran Jennifer Batten. Y también tenemos al hombre con la increíble similitud a Michael, Lenny J, quien fue escogido por la misma familia Jackson para interpretar el rol del rey del pop. Jennifer, Lenny, I'm glad to be with you. How are you?
I'm doing amazing.
Really good. Looking forward to coming down and doing some playing.
That's great. And how can you tell us about the show you're bringing to Chile? This is Michael. You were here this year.
Yeah, this is Michael. It's a mix of all the Michael Jackson tours, the Bad, Dangerous, and History, and there are some details of This Is It also. And we've been there in Monticello in the beginning of the year, and but the experience of the show now it's another show. We are more connected. You're gonna see some new stuff, so you guys cannot miss it. And I've been receiving a lot of messages from Chile, and I can't wait to be there with you guys again.
That is great. Jennifer, what can you tell us about the show?
It's really exciting. It's super pro. It's super top notch. I've worked with quite a few different tributes, and this is one of the best. I'll say Lenny, more than anybody, has put a lot of work, a lot of discipline into getting the nuance of Michael's voice. Not only the dance, but it'll blow your mind. You close your eyes and you'll be transported back to 1987.
That is great. And Jennifer, I would like to ask you, what's your favorite memory working or touring with Michael Jackson?
Oh God, there's so many because I was with him for 10 years, but there was a time that he shut down the Tokyo Disneyland so we could hang out by ourselves. And, you know, just having that kind of exclusive privilege. We saw Captain EO together, the film that he did. And yeah, it was just a taste of the good life.
Well, that's great. I want to take the chance to ask you, do you feel like the things for women in music are improving in these times? Maybe do you feel or people let you know about your contribution to this?
Yeah, it took a lot longer than I thought it would, because in 1987, when I joined the Bad Tour, I thought this was going to be a real revolution because Prince already had Wendy and Lisa, and Billy Idol had a female keyboard player in MTV videos. But really, 15 years went by and there wasn't much change until just about everybody was able to have high-speed internet. Then people could start to see each other and be inspired. And yeah, I've gotten plenty of feedback from women that said they started because of me, and it just makes me feel proud. And now there's so many badass women that are coming up. I mean, you see a ton of them on TikTok, all over the map. So it's a new game now.
Yeah, that's great. Lenny, you had your own show. What things have changed now with this is Michael shows and presentations?
Yeah, I have my own show in Italy, and I base my show in the Bad Tour. So we do only the Bad Tour stuff, you know, and it's a smaller show. With This Is Michael, we have a more world vision, you know. The idea is to embrace the world with this tribute. So the production, I think nowadays it's one of the biggest in the world when it comes to Michael Jackson. So everything in the show we start from the scratch. I mean, the lights, the backgrounds, the choreographies. I mean, the choreographies are based on Michael Jackson's choreographies, but we have different details. You know, sometimes we took something from the Bad era, History era. It's a big mix of everything. So that's what makes the show very unique.
Yeah. And Michael Jackson used to cause a lot of intense sensations and feelings in the audience. Do you feel in these shows this kind of feelings? Maybe the people missing him or recreating that feelings?
I think Michael Jackson would be he's still the only one who does that, you know. In his shows, I've never been in Michael Jackson shows, but I've seen a lot of DVDs
Videos.
and all that.
Yeah.
Because when he was in Brazil, I'm Brazilian, and when he was in Brazil, I was just a kid. I couldn't go to the show, and we with the This Is Michael show, we try to do some stuff based on that, and I think people can feel it.
And did Jennifer has given to you some tips about what they used to do with Michael?
I didn't need to, because he's really studied it and put a lot of effort into what it was. So I just walked into a completed show.
The greatest fan. That is great.
I've been a fan since I was a kid, and I just like to do the things right, you know, like I like to do it good, and I try my best to give my best to the fans, because I respect Michael Jackson's work and also the fans. So we have to do something at least very good when it comes to Michael.
That is great. And Jennifer, I would like to ask you, how different did you feel working with somebody like Jeff Beck, comparing to the craziness with Michael Jackson, maybe?
It was night and day, 180 degrees different, because Michael's show was, I'd say 97% set, where we do the same thing every night. There's costume changes. You can't just throw in a song here and throw in a song there and improvise, because things, for safety, things have to be regimented. With Jeff, he liked things to be different every night. So if you threw him a curve, it just kept things exciting, because that show is more about improvisation. So, you know, in Michael's entourage, there was 100 people that traveled from city to city. In Jeff's, it was 12. You know, and Michael would pull in typically 50,000 people, and Jeff might pull in 5. So it's very different, a much more intimate show with 4 people in the band instead of 7 plus background singers.
That is good. Great memories. How do you remember the Super Bowl show in 1993? Did you imagine how big it was going to be?
I didn't know it was going to be aired to 1.5 billion people. I knew it was a big deal. But to me, it was just exciting because it was something new. It was something very different from the shows that we were doing on a regular basis. It was, we had to rehearse it because there was new medleys and staging, dance moves to move around that stage in the middle. And, you know, there's a certain amount of time. They would clap a gun, and then there was 5, 6 different parts of the stage, and there was 2 guys with each part, and they had to, it was on wheels, and they had to run out and put the stage together in no time flat, because they had to have it done in the time of a couple of potato chip commercials. And all of a sudden the cameras come back, and, you know, the football players are gone, and then the stage is there. So it was really intense and fun.
I can imagine. Well, guys, it's been great. It's been very nice to talk with you. Thank you so much for your time. I hope to see you here in Chile, and it's going to be a great show. We're waiting for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.